Hello students, this week we actually have a really fun and interesting lesson for our language arts class. We will be learning about myths, fairy tales, and folk tales. I'm going to ask you guys to please view this Prezi. I will be posting it up on Thursday, so you have all weekend to view it since we won't actually start our lesson until Tuesday. So if you have any questions, make sure to ask me either on Friday or Monday. Or you can always email me over the weekend and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. So after reviewing the Prezi, you will have some basic information about myths, folktales, and fairy tales. And then in class, we will have several assignments. We will actually be going to the computer lab so you can complete them. I have created a class symbol, and all the assignments and all the websites that you will need are actually linked here. The first thing we have up here is for mythology. For this assignment, make sure to click here. You will be creating a type of Facebook page. Let's see if that loads. And you will have to, almost like a real Facebook page, you will have to insert a picture of the god or goddess that you choose, the basic information, work, education, activities, some of their favorite books, music, movie, and TV shows. This is completely made up, you guys, so you're going to be getting your information from these other websites. There's Shmoop, and they have several videos and little clips. So as you can see here, they actually have all the myths on one side, and over here they have the list of gods and goddesses and other figures in alphabetical order. We also have the History Channel, and they have more fact-based articles and a few clips as well. And then there is Fact Monster, also a few more facts and not a whole lot of images. And then this one is almost like an encyclopedia, but just designed for myths. So these are the 4 different websites where you will be able to gain information from. You can always look through books, and if you find any other resources that are extremely helpful, make sure to tell me about them so we can add them to our homepage. The next thing that we're going to do is for the fairy tales. And this is the assignment that you will be doing. It's actually a Venn diagram, so you can either type straight on here or print it off and write in. But what you will be doing is you will be comparing 2 versions of Cinderella. I'm going to ask everyone to read Ashpuddle, Ashpuddle, which is the name of the Cinderella version written by the Grimm's brothers. This is a collection of most of their stories, but the story that you're going to be reading begins on page 236. As you guys know, there are infinite versions of Cinderella. I've also included the original, or the Cinderella story that dates back the longest, and it's the Egyptian Cinderella. I've also included a little short clip straight from YouTube, and it's called The Rough-Faced Girl, and this is the Native American version of Cinderella. And I also have the Chinese Cinderella. So everyone, again, is required to read Ashpuddle by the Grimm's brothers. You can read the other 2 and watch the video, and then choose the one that is most interesting so you can compare and contrast. When you're comparing, I want you guys to make sure to pay attention to the magical elements of both stories, the type of shoes, the punishment the stepsisters have, and so on. You will not be graded on the amount of information, rather how you're able to relate and explain them. Well then. The third part is over here in yellow. This is going to be for the folktales. I've included some fables. These are very famous, and as you can see, there are tons and tons of them. You can read whichever ones you want. The only thing I want you guys to see is how different regions of the world have different folk tales, and how reading them gives you a sense of what they value. I also have some Texas history legends, the legend of the Blue Bonnet. I know in the Prezi I told you guys to go read about it. I couldn't find the book. You can always check it out at the library, but this is a very brief summary of what the book would be telling you. And then the magic paintbrush. It's a folktale from China. But what I want you guys to get out of this is just get some ideas and see how folktales are structured. They're not really that long. And then what you're going to be doing is in groups of 2 to 4, I want you to write your own script for a folktale and then present it to the class on Friday. When you do your script, make sure that you have the title of the folktale, include the characters and the setting, and make sure that you list any props that you may wish to use. I want you to be creative and make sure that you include some of the characteristics of the folktale. So, since we're starting our lesson on Tuesday, I would suggest that you do one of these a different day. So you can do the folktales on Tuesday, followed by fairy tales on Wednesday, and then the myths on Thursday, and then on Friday it will be dedicated to presentations. However, I know you will be finishing fairly soon, fairly fast, because it's a short lesson, but it's really interesting. And the assignments are not too long because I want you guys to be creative and be able to explore a lot more things. So I've added 3 extra assignments, and I'm asking you guys to please complete at least one of them. One of the things that you guys will be able to do is write a book review. I've created a template on Google Documents, and after reading through the myths and the folktales and the fairy tales, I want you to pick 1 or 2 or however many the time allows, and I want you to write a little book review. Kind of tell us the name of the myth or the fairy tale that you've chosen, the author, if there is one, and your name, of course, and then a little summary about what was it that you read, the main idea, the characteristics of the fairy tale, and then a rating. Make sure that you tell us whether or not you would recommend it. The rating is going to be on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, of course. And then I want you to list the positive aspects of what you've read as well as the negatives. And then you would also tell us whether or not you recommended this book. So, in the rating, just on a scale from 1 to 10, and then down here under recommendation, tell us your reasoning for that rating. The other activity that I've included has been through Groove Shark. I want you guys who are a little more artistic, or anyone really, to go in and make a playlist for either a character in one of the stories or for an actual story. And I don't want you guys to use any inappropriate songs, of course, but the songs that you choose, you have to be able to tell the class why you've chosen them. So you might want to look at the lyrics, see how they are correlated, how they relate to your character and the story. And I want you to just create the playlist on Groove Shark. It's free. You can just search for the music here and drag it down and create the playlist. And then just type a small summary of why you chose the songs that you did. The third extra assignment that I've included is a Glockster. It's basically an online poster. And again, you can be as creative as you want with this. You can either do it based on a character or one of the myths, fairy tales, or folk tales. And this is mostly for visual learners. I want you guys to just inundate us with images that help you learn, and so you can also help us learn as well. Well, it may seem like a lot of work, but I'm very sure everyone is capable of it. We will be doing this for 3 days and then presenting on a Friday. So just a short recap, make sure that you watch the Prezi first, and then if you want to, you can go ahead and have the resources. You can go ahead and get started on some of these activities. But we will be in the computer lab Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. and then back in the classroom on Friday to present. I hope everyone enjoys this assignment, learns a lot, and just have fun with it.